What's up, guys? I'm hanging out at my sister's today. I'm pretty excited about this talk. This is coming from a book called The One Thing: The Surprisingly Simple Truth Behind Extraordinary Results by Gary Keller. Now, I don't know if any of you guys pay attention to Ty Lopez. He recommends this. This is on his book list. I recommend that all you guys who pay attention to me, any kind of self-help, any kind of growth, deeper thinking, that you pick up this book. Extraordinary. I'm going through it. I had to share some stuff with you. This is from chapter 2, and it's called The Domino Effect. And let me turn to it real quick. There's a quote here by B.J. Thornton. It says, "Every great change starts like falling dominoes." And I'm going to read you this quick passage from here, just because this whole explanation when looking at dominoes and the one thing is extraordinary when you can have this picture in your mind and see the effect. So in 1983, Loren Whitehead wrote in the American Journal of Physics that he discovered that domino falls could not only topple many things, they could also topple bigger things. He described how a single domino is capable of bringing down another domino that is actually 50% bigger. So it says, do you see the implication? Not only can one knock over others, but also others that are successively larger. So there was this other scientist who took this guy's data, and he made his own experiment. He started out with a 2-inch tall wooden domino, and it says it kept knocking over dominoes that were 50% bigger until the last one was almost 3 feet tall. And this was only after creating 8 dominoes. So he created 8 dominoes. First one was 2 inches. It knocked down one bigger, 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 until the last one was almost 3 feet tall. So it's saying, imagine what would happen if this kept going. Now check this explanation out. If a regular domino fall is a linear progression, the scientist said the result could defy the imagination. The 10th domino, right, in the series from the 2-inch to the 3-footer, the 10th domino would be almost as tall as the NFL quarterback Peyton Manning. By the 18th, you're looking at a domino that would rival the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The 23rd domino would tower over the Eiffel Tower, and the 31st domino would loom over Mount Everest by almost 3,000 feet. Right? That's crazy. And this is just from one domino falling, knocking over another domino that's twice its size, and so on and so on. It says by number 57, we would practically bridge the distance between the Earth and Moon. So a domino from 2 inches, by the 57th, we're already bridging the Moon. So you can see this little, here's Pisa, here's the Eiffel Tower, Everest, and Moon, and then there's the start. So we look at the progression of the momentum being built just by that small change, that first domino. So the one thing this whole book is talking about, prioritizing, right? Life doesn't set us up where it says do this today and it'll set you on this momentum, this streak where you're just gaining energy, boom, 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 and you're moving up, and eventually we're at the moon. Okay, but we want to have that. We want to reach for the moon. So successful people, they prioritize, right? They pick something that they do every single day. And the one thing is about finding that. It's about every single day finding that one thing that you complete that is going to move you, that is going to help you progress, get the wheels turning, get the momentum building. Now, the hardest part about this is that it takes massive amounts of patience. People that have great physiques have been doing it for years. I've been working out for 7-8 years, and I still have so far to go. There's so many weak points on my body. My legs are small. My abs aren't that great. My traps aren't that great. My biceps overdo my triceps. There's a lot of bringing up, a lot of perfecting, and I've already been working out for 7 years. So when it comes to making money, when it comes to building a business, the patience. But many of us need to learn the consistency, and that's what a lot of us don't have it. We want something, right? We want that quickness, but we don't have the consistency, the persistence to keep going. And it's very hard because it's a mental game. It starts to become a very challenging mental game because we don't see the progression. And let me read you a quick quote from here. It says, it starts out, a geometric progression is like a long train. It starts out too slow to notice until it's moving too fast to stop. So in the beginning, it's very, very slow. It's very trying. And it takes a ton of energy, right, just to take those first steps. But once it starts moving, there's no slowing down. Once we start doing that one thing every single day, there's no slowing down. So I invite you guys to find that priority, that main purpose for your day. Now, let me move this to a different spectrum, a different angle. When you're doing this one thing a day, it's very easy to procrastinate without even knowing it. Now, your room could be a mess. There could be laundry piling up. There could be friends that you haven't seen in a while and they want to hang out. And we can do these things, right? It's good to clean your room. It's good to take a shower and keep good hygiene. But what's the one thing that we need to be doing with the utmost importance that we're putting off just to complete these little tasks? Now, I'm not saying not to shower. I'm not saying to let your hygiene go or your friends. But we want to put all of our energy first, all of our willpower, all of our time into completing this one thing, that's so we can begin to climb that hill. We can set the dominoes off. Now, Albert Einstein, a lot of people that knew him would say that he just smelled terrible and his hair was crazy, his clothes, he didn't match, but the dude was phenomenal, just insanely smart, right? Coming up with algorithms and figuring out some of the most complex problems, physics and just mathematics, crazy stuff. So let's look at it like this way. Is it so important that my socks match? You know, if I wear two different socks just so I can get out the door quicker to complete my task, is it really? Am I misweighing by hanging out and looking for a pair of socks? No, it doesn't matter if your socks doesn't match. It doesn't matter if there's a little bit of chaos in your life, if your hair isn't perfect, every strand, you know. I throw my hair back. It's just easier. If your room's a little bit dirty, but you want to complete the main thing, you put all the energy into the main thing. Weigh it out. All right, what's most important? Let me not get caught up in these little battles, in these little cleaning the dishes, taking the dog for a walk, cleaning my house, why I'm neglecting the most important thing over here. So, persistence, a massive amount of patience towards your goal. You will see the progression, but it's very tiny at first, and then the train is going, and it's not slowing down, okay? There can be a little bit of chaos in your life. Not everything has to be perfect. Not everything has to be in order, because our focus is so clear, so directed towards this main purpose. Now, another angle for me, I kind of want to approach this at, is in fitness. This is a very selfish goal of mine. I have never had very good abs, and I'm a men's physique competitor. I've competed in a few shows, and my abs have never been that good. They've always been just decent, just okay. And a selfish goal for me is to have a shredded six-pack, to have just a six-pack where people are like, damn, where I look in the mirror and I'm just like, damn, I work for that. I work for that. Now, my chest has always been good, my arms, my shoulders, you know, I look decent. But when it comes to abs, they've always been neglected because they haven't been that one thing where I've put such high priority on hitting them hard. So I'm using this book, the one thing, this mentality, that I'm taking the one thing every single day to complete focus. Everything else comes second hand. There can be chaos. I'm no longer going to work my chest out as hard. I'm no longer going to work my shoulders, my arms, my back, my legs. I'm going to do abs every single day. And even if I'm going to work them out really hard 4 days a week and just maybe a couple sets on the other days, but just to hit them. And in 6 weeks' time, my goal is to have a shredded six-pack. That's my selfish goal. I really want that. I feel like it'd be awesome to look in the mirror and be like, damn, that looks awesome. So, the one thing, okay, whatever it is in your life, whatever you want, if it's money, business, physique, women, anything, a new car, savings, whatever it is, the number one thing, the number one priority every single day, crushing it, all the willpower that we have, because we're limited. We run out of willpower. We run out of the glycogen that's used for willpower. So I'm putting everything, when it comes to physique, into the abs, alright? I'm going to get this selfish goal because I've never had it, and I want to see if I can dial it in, if I could zone in, hone my, it's going to be hard because I like hitting. Everything else makes me feel strong. I get a great pump. I know exactly what to do. I have a great mind-muscle connection, but when it comes to abs, I don't have that. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be those first 2-inch dominoes, starting the train, starting the progress of knocking them over and gaining that momentum. So guys, check out this book, The One Thing by Gary Keller. It's going to change your life. Super important. Ty Lopez told me, super important. One of the most important books he believes. It's on his top 10 list. It's been a great talk. I'm really glad. I'm really excited about this way of thinking and looking at each day like this. As long as I'm completing that one thing, right? The one thing that I've done the research on and I've thought about, I've taken time to just step back and know exactly what I need to do every day. Alright, if I do that, I know I'm going to see progression. So guys, I'll see you guys soon. Stay tuned for the 22 cognitive bias on the list, and please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.